And we are live. What's up, beasties? It's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of Beast Friends Forever. Woo! We got a fun one tonight. My guest tonight is an awesome author, but also an awesome supporter of so many people in the community. He is part of Bald and Balding, and he does what I do. He has people on, talks to them, but now he gets to be on the other side of the camera, well deserved and long overdue on Beast Friends Forever. So without further ado, let me bring on my guest tonight, author, you know him as Rosaire Bushey.
Hey, oh, sound effects. Nice.
Oh, yeah, you know it.
I don't know if I can match that kind of energy, man.
Yeah, you can. You got this.
It's nearly bedtime.
I know it is late. You're right. Thanks for being here, man. This is awesome. I'm so excited to have you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It gives me something to do in my little hole here.
That's good. You got to have something to do in there.
Oh,
so I've got all your books all around me. Let me turn it a little bit.
Yay.
I got books. I got art prints. I got all sorts of cool stuff in here. Oh, wait. Hold on. Not just that. I got to have something by me for later. Hold on.
Hope it's food.
No, not food. We'll talk about what else I have that we're going to talk about later. But
all right.
But anyway, thanks for coming on. I'm excited, man. Let's. I think I have. Yes, I do. A little art print of that sweet dragon behind you there.
Yeah, that's one of Matt Slay's first thing that he did for me. Matt's a comic artist out of Lynchburg, Virginia. I met at this little bitty con in an abandoned mall. It was like $25 a table, 5 or 6 hours, something like that. And you figure, what the hell? I'll and he happened to be sitting next to me, and we got talking. And it's like, well, what's your commission price, right?
Yeah.
And he told me, and I said, how'd you like to do like a series of 11 books for me? He's like, yeah, all right. He says, yeah, I can give you a little bit better price if it's going to be 11,
Yeah.
So he does the front and the back cover. Can I get up for a second?
Yeah. Anytime, man.
Yeah,
You're the star of the show. You run this thing tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have been more prepared than that. I didn't think you were going to figure it out.
Oh man, let's see what he's getting. I'm intrigued.
Yeah. So, well, the nice thing about an artist like that is you get the original.
Oh, look at that.
Right?
That is sick.
You have all the originals lying around. And
I love that art, man.
He gives you license to print and do whatever you want with them.
Oh, dang.
So it's super nice. And he's really good about it, too. He said, if anybody buys if you're at the same show, he's like, if anybody buys your prints, have them come over. I'll sign them for him. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Great guy. Mike Mollman uses them now, too.
Okay. What covers has he done for you?
He has done my Rangers deck series.
I love those covers. Those are cool.
And then there's the guy in the back, and usually there's like a piece of artwork for the chapter headers.
Yep.
If I can find one. So this one here, you can't. Yeah, it's too white. You can't see it.
Oh, shoot.
But yeah, and these two. So.
Oh, yeah, I love his. That's what I say. I thought they were from these ones. Let me see if it shows up on mine. Yeah. I think. Let me see if I get close. If you can. Oh yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
He does nice work, and I'm probably going to at some point in the not too distant future recover my first 6 books, and I'm going to have him do all of those as well. So.
Okay. Nice. Well, then that means I'll have some collector's items then, if that happens.
Yeah, sure thing.
Oh man. Well, we got a lot to talk about. Before we dive into your books and everything, let's shout out to the people that are already here. We got the audiobook queen Ithra is here. What's up? Check her out on Library on Legs or on social media as Cinna if you have not yet. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Jay Bryden is joining us from far across the pond. Ooh, I like that. Beard and balding. We might have to start. A little sidecast.
So long, Mike.
Thanks for being here, J.A. We got Tobias Youngblood Beast and Row. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Oh, geez, I don't even know if I should shout this guy out.
Oh, I would look out.
What's up, EL? Thanks for being here, man. We always appreciate your heckling. Let's see. Both on the same side of the camera. True. Let's see. I agree. Hey, Lucas is here. Lucas Clay.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
Oh gosh, I'm not gonna. Can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Sometimes people can. It's like accidentally turned off for them. I'll let you look at EL's other comment there. I'm not gonna put it up on this.
Oh wait, I just
had to do with your comment about your little.
Yeah, okay. I would leave it to EL to come up with that rebuttal to that. So maybe rebuttal isn't the right word.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Don't say that either. Lucas wants you to adopt him as your son. So there you go.
If you're under 18 and I can take the tax credit, you're welcome.
Sign him up. And then Ithra said that she loves the cards. So there you go. I do too. They're awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's all we'll thank Matt for that. He does.
Yeah, that's so cool, man. Does he have like a website or anything that I can throw in the description?
He doesn't. He's really weird like that. He's on Facebook.
Okay.
But, yeah, I wish I had I known you would have had
he does really good work.
Something from him, but if you want to reach out to him, let me or Mike know, and we'll reach out to him for you, and he'll get back with you. He's really good like that.
Awesome. There you go, people. Lucas is too old. He just turned 29. No. That's not gonna cut it, Lucas.
Really good job and can help with rent, and then we can work something.
Ooh, there you go. There's still benefits. All right. So before we get rolling, for everybody in the live, we appreciate you as well as everybody on replay. But in the description, I've got Rose books. I've got Bald and Balding linked. I've got his website, social media, everything's down there. So go down there and check it all out and support Ro and check out his awesome books. So you had a book come out recently. We'll start there. Tell us a little bit about that book. We'll start there and then we'll work our way back through your extensive catalog. Look at that cover. Man.
This was actually a getcovers.com deal.
I'm hearing more and more people that use that. I got to look into that.
They just kind of ask you, what do you want to do? And you kind of give them an idea. I had been playing with, and this is the only reason I'll use it, I was playing with some AI ideas to try to get a concept that I could give to them. And I said, this is kind of what I'm looking for in this vein. I do not want AI used in any way, shape, or form. Yep. And they're like, okay, that's cool. And it took them, a couple weeks, and they were fine. It was like $150.
Yeah, so, I've heard they're not outrageously priced at all.
You can't beat it.
Covers that you can get. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah, you had to be pumped.
So,
it came out good, man.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it, and it's a departure from the stuff I've had before.
Yeah.
So I just wanted something really kind of simple and neat that wasn't too busy. So
yeah,
hopefully that fits the bill.
It's simple, but it's still like not articulate. What's the word I'm trying to think of? It's fancy. It's simple fancy.
Right.
It's still is cool. I like how the let me grab it. I like how the if you guys look up close, I like how this part of the dragons goes between all the typography. That's a pretty sweet touch. I like that.
They did a nice job with that too, because the typography, I just said it's a fantasy book, right? Mm-hmm. And left it to them, and it's like, okay, that works, Yeah,
they nailed it. Now, when you go through get covers, do they if you go when it's like say book 2 for that series, if you want to do it again, do you just go to like this group, or is there a certain person now that you would work with?
Well, I would probably email the person who emailed me back.
Okay, so it is like an actual person. It's not just somewhat like a person from Get Covers. It's like
I don't know. I tend to think it's just like a representative, right? And then they take all the calls and then they forward it to the people who are actually, punching the keys and doing the work. But yeah, I would just do that. But you wouldn't have to. You go right through it again. But it's one of those deals where they do a lot of photo manipulation and things like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it came out good, man. It looks good. So why don't you tell us what that book is about? Let's start there.
Yeah, so it's totally different kind of world from my other books, and I wanted to do just something different to kind of get away because I'd done 9 books in the same world, and it's just ready for
Oh
something different.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I had the idea to do a world where magic had to be written down, like you would write a spell scroll or something like that. Well, any magic has to be written down, and it depends on the length that you can write and the thickness that you can write without lifting the pen up from the paper.
Oh wow.
Right? That's going to determine how potent the spell is. The longer and thicker, the better. No, EL, it's ink on paper, man.
I was gonna let that one go, but I was waiting for
EL wouldn't. I know
was
he wouldn't.
waiting for the comment to
I
pop
was
up.
just getting out ahead of it.
Oh, bro.
Hold on, I'm caught here by something. My boyfriend's testing.
Yeah, I already blocked that one. We got a little bot in there.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, don't worry. That one's not legit. I've seen that exact phrase pop up before.
Really?
So,
Wow,
yeah,
you have interesting bots on your thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Rose disappointed. He was ready.
You haven't been cheated. You've been found out, is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the system there. So it's a master apprentice kind of relationship that happens, and the master is a war mage who, along with several other war mages, had just fled a war that they had lost. And kind of, I'm going to go to this island country and just, take up knitting or something and just relax.
Right.
He finds this kid and he says, well, I'll take him in and see what he's got. Behind all this, there is a myth of the Sigil of Enderune, which is said to be because once upon a time there was a mage named Mollman, which is spelled very much like Mollman, who was, a mage of some power and skill, but he was researching, different inks to use, right, at the time. And he thought, well, dragon's blood might be a good ink, might serve as an ink because it has magical properties already. So he has to go get dragon's blood. In the course of doing so, he's got to poke a dragon, and that's never going to end well. And it doesn't. Spoilers. And he had this sigil, right? And the myth became that if you had this sigil, you could use magic without writing it down at all, just by thought. So naturally, people have kind of dedicated their lives to trying to find this thing.
Pretty cool.
I will leave it at that.
It sounds pretty exciting. Let me shout out a couple of people, and then I have something to ask you about pens, which that your story focuses on that. So EL actually paid you a compliment. I had to show this comment so that it can be in the history of YouTube forever. He said, today only, he'll admit you're a talented storyteller. There you go.
It depends what reputation you're talking about, but I'll take it. Thanks.
We'll take it. And then Emerald Dragon Lady. Hello, my friend. Someone we know well. Thanks for being here. All right, so your story focuses on pins, which, as a side note, you actually make and sell your own pins too, right?
Yeah. Earlier this year, I decided that, having a job and living away from home and writing and editing and doing balding just wasn't enough. So I bought a lathe and I started making pens. But part of it was because at shows, right, you can have books and you can have art, but if you can have something that's kind of book adjacent, that might attract someone else, it's always good. And pens are good for that. I mean, even if people just come over and go, ooh, ah, you've at least got them in front of you and you can talk about your books and everything. So
yeah, I think it's awesome. And he makes very nice pins. I'm about to show you. Came in this lovely box that he sends them in. Check this thing out, people. Look at that.
Have you used it yet?
No, I had everything in the box till our interview. I just opened it all up. It's really nice, man. I got to figure out how to use it. Well, yeah, I might have to have you give me like a PSA after we get off.
Yeah. All right. Have
It's
you used a fountain pen before?
yes, I have. Not any as nice as this though. I'm excited.
They work pretty well. The nibs are okay. I've got one that I use now and
Okay,
take to work and use with me. But yeah,
nice. It's gonna be my favorite pen. It feels good. It's got some nice heft to it.
yeah. I'd never used one before. I'd always kind of thought they looked cool. But in doing this story, I said, well, maybe I should get one and see what it's like to write with one. So most of it was written with this one,
Oh, nice.
and then I found a Winnie the Pooh one, which is
Oh, nice.
kind of cool.
That is cool.
Right? I don't know if you can see it, but anyway, I've got like a bunch now. But I wrote probably 30,000 words of sigil on paper with a pen, with a fountain
No
pen.
way, really?
So yeah, I've got like stacks of paper at home.
Dang.
And it was a really interesting thing to do. I'd never done it before because I
Yeah.
always said, I can type so much faster
Right, right.
and kind of keep up. But the nice thing about writing it by hand is you're writing it slow enough where you can develop the thought as you're writing it, and you it's just better, right? Because you're thinking about it more and you've got more time to do it. You're not racing ahead, like I would have thought I was going to. And the other nice thing about it is when you transfer it onto a computer, it's kind of like a first edit. As you're transferring, you're like,
Oh
no,
yeah, that's
that
true.
word doesn't work or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I mean, did I do the whole book with it? No, but I'll probably do it again.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. How did you decide? Did you do it from the start and then eventually you were like, all right, I'm going to just type the rest? Or how did you decide
No,
what to write by hand and what not to?
yeah, I did. I probably did 10 or 15,000 words when I started, and I threw it by a couple people,
Hmm.
and I had this like 7,000 word prologue, and they're like, "Yeah, man, that's too much." So it's like, okay, so I took pieces out of it and put the pieces in different places where they worked,
Yeah.
um, and then that's when I started really. I think I probably had about 10 or 15 done before I started writing it by hand, and then I said, I'll just give this a try, see how it goes. And
That's impressive. That's
so,
kind of a cool way to do it. And it's
well,
kind of,
impressive is the people who write on their phones.
I know, a whole
That's
book, right?
that's crazy.
I couldn't do it. My hands would cramp up so
Oh,
bad.
God.
Ugh. Even like when you try to use one of those small keyboards with like a iPad or something, like when your knuckles are like this, my hands cramp up. I can't imagine on a phone.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's shout out some more people. Everybody loves the pins.
Tim Wolf
He
is
else
here.
said- I know. He just popped in here. He said that he's been watching you guys for years, but you just started doing this, right? Just
Yeah,
started
yeah.
filming.
I've only had pens available at the last couple of shows I've done, so maybe 2 or 3 months now.
Very cool.
Oh, yeah.
So was it something when you got the thing to make the pins? Was it something you'd been thinking about, or were you just like, what could I do? And like you said, book adjacent, or was it something you'd been thinking about for a while anyway?
I'd kind of been thinking about it for a while anyway. I remember using a lathe when I was a kid. My dad
Oh,
had
wow.
one,
Okay.
and I thought it was fun. And then you kind of get on YouTube and stuff. It's like, oh hell, I can do that, And plus, it's the other thing. What I told my wife was, and this is true actually, I wanted something that was a different kind of hobby because I'm approaching that retirement age,
Yeah.
and I've been married for next month is 35 years.
Wow.
So
Hold
it's-
on. That deserves another the
oh,
35 years.
I don't deserve that. My wife
She
deserves
deserves that.
but it's one of those things like my wife is, you need some hobbies because you cannot be around the house all day, every day. Right.
Right. Yeah.
So I said, this is a good hobby because it's power tools.
Oh yeah.
And it requires all of your attention, right? It's not
Mhm.
something you can kind of drift off in the middle of. So it's
Yeah, that would be bad.
something that requires a little focus, which is good. So
Yeah, that's really good, man. I think that's awesome. Josh from Already Overbooked is here, and then We've got some raunchy people up in the house here tonight.
Tim and El ought to have their own show.
Oh, that would be something. Those
Oh
two
my God.
together. That would be pretty entertaining, actually. I'm going to have them on at the same time sometime now that you said that.
Show that starts at midnight is what you want.
Yes, the after hours show.
It's past prime.
Man. All right, so when did Sigils of Enderune come out?
September 1st.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you feel like it's gone good? You're ready to... Are you working on book 2 already yet?
No. I'm working on book 4 of Ranger's Deck right now.
Okay,
That'll be a 5-book series. So I'll do try to get book 4 of that out next summerish. And then I will I have 3 options after that.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it off and do book 5. Do another story with the characters in Sigil, or do something entirely different. I'm leaning towards something completely different.
Yeah, man.
Probably in the vein of a cozy mystery.
Ooh, I love cozy mysteries, man.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year, I start thinking about wanting to read them and write them. Like Christmas time always makes me think of cozy mysteries. I don't know. It's good stuff. All right. So you've got 2 other series. So you mentioned this one right here, Ranger's Deck.
Yeah.
So let's work backwards to that one.
Backwards. Okay. So Ranger's Deck is a follow-on series to the first series, and it takes place about 10 years after the events of the first 6-book series. One of the characters from that series is a ranger named Miragon, who can shift into a small black dragon.
That's awesome.
Magic is fairly new in this world. By the time this comes around, magic has probably been in this world 50 or 60 years. New things are still kind of popping up, but it's starting to become more that fantasy world that everybody recognizes. Magic's not as big a deal now.
Okay.
He's flying around the woods, in his mountain home with his wife and kids. Not flying with his wife and kids, the mountain home with the wife and kids. He's flying by himself. Sees an old lady in the woods, as these people are wont to do, and stops and talks to her, and she brings him into this hut and lays out these cards. And she gives him 11 cards. Only one of them has a picture, right? And that picture there. He has to figure out what that picture is about before it goes away and the next card reveals itself.
Ooh, okay.
So it's one of those type of things.
Very cool.
The story here is that throughout, so I have a couple of novellas that precede the first series chronologically, and they're one of them is called the Cleric of Tum, and Tum, who is a god in this world. There are folks in the Ranger's Deck series who are saying that they believe Tum is coming back to Ygre, which is the name of the world, and he's taking the form of a dragon. So naturally, all the dragons must die before that can happen. And Miragon obviously doesn't want that to happen because some of his best friends are dragons. So
very cool, man. That sounds awesome. All right, so that one is gonna be 5 books. There's 3 out. You're working on the 4th.
Yeah, it was going to be 11. It's only going to be 5 now.
It was gonna be 11, and now it's only gonna be 5. How'd you cut that much out of in your mind? Did you are you like, I want to do something different? I got to wrap this up.
Well, I was writing book 3, maybe book 2 even. And I was just thinking, when I started this whole thing, I took out index cards and just kind of said, okay, let's see what I can get out of this.
Yeah.
And, but as I was writing book 2 or 3, I was like, I don't need 11 books to tell this story. I mean, I could do it, right?
Yeah.
But it's just putting off the inevitable just to get these things out. So I've had in the back of my head for years a follow-on to this world that will take place like 20 generations in the future. And those cards that remain from this deck will follow that story later on.
Very awesome, man. Let's see. Emerald Dragon Lady said the one that you mentioned is what got her hooked into your books. And then man, he yells, Rose got a good heart, it shows in his books.
Oh,
of course, then he followed it up with this, but at least he did say something positive.
Well,
Oh man.
it's
Well,
a
that
palate
I.
cleanser.
um. All right. So sigils is not related at all to the other stuff.
No, not even a little bit.
Not even okay. So then we've got your first one that started with this book here,
Right.
and this is 6 books.
Yeah.
So this and Ranger's deck, that one takes place 10 years after the end of this 6 books series.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us what this one's about.
So this is an idea that I had in my head just for years and years and years, because having read, Tolkien and Saberhagen and all that kind of stuff growing up, I always wondered, well, who was the first person to use magic, right? Because all these worlds have magic. Somebody had to have been first. How did they figure that out? So that's the book I chose to write. So the first couple of chapters, you meet the main character, and there's no magic in this world. It's totally mundane. And then, like, plot reasons, magic comes into the world.
Yeah.
She gets it, and this other guy gets it. The other guy is named Winter with a Y, and his backstory is told in the other novella, Cleric of Tomb.
Okay.
So he goes the route of, a madman and say, I'm going to take over the world. And she does not. But you start to see, okay, how they can use magic. So magic in this world exerts a physical price. So the very first time you do something, it's going to hurt, right?
Oh,
How much it hurts or how much damage it causes you is directly proportional to your facility with doing it, and how difficult the thing is to do in real life.
Ooh, okay.
Like making a fire, anybody can make a fire, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt a lot, even the first time to do it, because that's something you can do.
Right.
Diverting a river will probably put you in a coma, right?
Oh,
or
yeah.
break bones or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And the one rule is you cannot kill a living thing directly with magic.
Okay.
Now, there are loopholes, right? You can't do it directly with magic, but you can make something out of magic
That could kill someone.
that could kill someone. Right?
Okay.
And that won't be very difficult, right? Because planting sticks in the ground, anybody can do that, right?
Yeah.
So that's a fairly easy piece of magic to do.
Right.
And then if a horse runs over said sticks and impales itself, that's on the horse.
Yeah.
Right? So there is a little moral flexibility in the magic system. By the end of the book, you have dragons in the world, so you get to see where those come from, and then it just kind of builds on that a little bit. When I do redo these book covers and edit them again, it will probably go from being a 6-book series into 2 trilogies.
Okay.
Because it very neatly, the Winter's antagonist role very neatly ends at the end of book 3.
Okay.
He actually gets a good kind of character arc.
Yeah.
And a new antagonist takes over, who runs through books 4, 5, and 6. So I will almost certainly do it 2 trilogies.
That would make sense. Yeah. Do you think you'll make the the covers all look similar, all 6, or will you make the 3 and the 3 slightly different?
Well, again, I'm going to ask Matt to do the covers for those, but we'll do something either with the font or stylistically with the color.
Yeah.
3 of them might be blue and 3 of them might be something else.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, and that's what I started doing with this. You don't have books 4, 5, and 6, but books 4 and 5 are red.
Yeah.
And then book 6 is blue again, because to my mind, it was like, well, this makes sense, right? Because the red is this new bad guy, but then the blue is when everything wraps up.
Yeah.
After you see it for a few months, it's like, that was stupid. What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? You're going to redo them. That's what you're going to do.
Right. And maybe that's what I'll do after this. After book 4 of Ranger's deck is redo the first 6. I don't know.
Hey, you got a lot of options for things to do, but I'm excited to see what that artist does, because his artwork is awesome. So it'll be cool to see what he does with the other books.
Yeah, I it's a matter of he's already got book four's artwork done for me,
Nice.
so that's already laid in.
Very cool.
I've got to get him something for book five soon, and I'm going to. Well, it's been my intent for a while is to make a series, a set of tarot cards based on this series.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Uh,
awesome.
and so his artwork will figure a lot into that as well. And I've got a friend of mine back home. She's one of the four suits of the tarot cards is going to be flowers.
Okay.
So she's doing all the flower art for
Oh
me.
man.
So it's going to be like flowers and swords and hands and some other damn thing I forget. But I've got
Nice.
it all written down, and I've kind of cross-referenced it with a bunch of different tarot decks, as to what each one does or what it means.
Yeah, that's
Um,
cool.
so that'll be kind of neat if I can get that kind
Yeah,
of to
I'm
happen.
excited about that too. And I'm with Emerald Dragon Lady. If you need help with cover reveals, let us know, man. People want to
Yeah,
help you out for sure.
thank you.
So Lucas said he thought that the sound of the kids was his kids.
Oh,
It's
no,
not it's
no.
not mine. I think it's coming from your side. I think.
Yeah, so I rent. I work up here in DC,
Hmm.
but I live in Southwest Virginia, and so I rent a basement apartment from some people with like several kids. The vacuuming should start sometime in the next 30 minutes every night. They vacuum.
Without fail, right?
Oh yeah, and it's like wood floor, so it's like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well, the sound of the kids, it's very light. It's not super distracting or
it's
anything.
light for you.
Yeah, for you, I'm sure it's not, but for us, that we can hear it, but it's not super distracting. All right, so you got a lot of awesome books out there, which I didn't know you had so many. Like I knew you had some other series, but then when I looked to get links and put them all in here, I'm like, whoa, this first series was 6 books. This one's already 3. Now he's got a new one out. I was like, dang. So I'm
Um,
impressed. You've got a lot out.
I was doing two a year for the first few
That's
years,
impressive.
because I would just you know sit there and kind of about book three, it's like God, this is work, you know. Um, but I really wanted to get the first six-book series wrapped up, and about book four or five, I was thinking about the follow-on series. So yeah, it went pretty quickly. Now it's trying to think a little bit more before I write now, and
Yeah,
I think Sigil probably shows that progression of of doing a little more thinking.
yeah. Well, hey, a big catalog's never a bad thing. It allows you that time to decide what you want to do next, or try different things. Because when I feel like it's helpful when people look and they're like, oh wow, they have all these books out. Like I think sometimes, especially if you have a series that's done already out too, it
Yeah,
helps people to want to take a chance, maybe on a new author they find. So that's
yeah.
good.
Every now and then it's weird. You'll be at a show or something, and it's like, oh, I'm not really having a great show, and somebody will come up and say, oh, I'll take one of each.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I'm having a great
Heck yeah.
yeah.
Here's
So
some pins too.
that has actually happened a couple of times where someone comes up and says, how many do you have? It's like, yeah, I've got like 10 books. Like, okay, load them up. It's like,
Oh
cool.
yeah. Heck yeah, man.
Make great Christmas gifts.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome. All right, so let's take a minute before I have some questions about your writing process. I kind of want to hear the story about how you and Mike got started doing your channel together. But first, I want to hear about your journey into becoming an author. Take us back to when you were just a wee little row. What were some of the things that got you into fantasy and reading? And then when did you start writing, and when did you decide to go for it and write that first book?
Reading, well, I'm the youngest of seven,
Hmm.
right? So there were books in the house. Um, and there were some fantasy books and westerns.
Oh wow.
And my dad and my sister read the westerns.
Okay.
And and my sister read fantasy as well.
Hmm.
And I kind of picked up on the fantasy stuff. And um, yeah, I never really read the westerns. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
pass. Didn't really get into writing at all. And didn't even really think about it. Joined the service just before I got out of high school. I mean, after I signed
Hmm.
up when I was in high school, but joined after.
Yeah.
One of my friend's mothers said, "You should be a writer." And it's like, okay, I don't know where the hell that came from, but yeah.
Did she say why she thought it?
No, I don't know. The only writing I really did in school that I was any good at was I wrote notes for people. It's like, hey, Rosie, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. It's like, all right, I'll write you a note. It's like, what's your dad's name? There you go.
Nice.
So I wrote people's notes.
You must have been good at it. Do they get away with it every time?
Every time, yeah. Yeah. I don't really think they cared. It was the '80s, man. It's like,
oh yeah, that's true. You got a note? Okay, they didn't even look at it.
Yeah, we got something with a name on it. We're covered.
It's good enough.
So I joined the Air Force, and I got to, after basic training, I went to tech training school, and they said, "Welcome to the basic journalism course." And it's like, what's that now? So that's what I was doing. I was bases up until fairly recently used to have newspapers that would come out every week, and so that's what I did. Is I wrote, edited a newspaper or a magazine. Some bases have magazines, so be on that weekly kind of drill and doing that.
Wow.
And I worked for a guy who, he didn't talk to me for like the first 2 weeks I was there, right? He would just sit there smoking a cigarette, drinking a cup of coffee, staring out the window, right? And people would walk by him. He'd say, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to think of a lead for this story," right? They'd say, "Okay, fine, whatever."
Yeah.
Anyway, after a couple of weeks, he finally looks at me and says, "Oops, what happened?"
Oh,
He says,
so
his first words to me were, "You get beat up much?" But we became really good friends. So I learned to write and write fairly quickly for him, because he would give me assignments that, it's like, okay, I need this in 2 hours. Like, what?
Jeez.
So you learn to do all that stuff as quick as you can.
Yeah.
But then, you start kind of get it in the back of your head, and writing a book at that time was like running a marathon. It's like, I see people do it, and yay to them, but that's not something I'm going to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I I retired in 2012. And then a couple years after that, I was up in Washington State for a bit and had some GI Bill money left, and said, I'll go get another master's, just something I want to do this time. And I found a English creative writing course.
Nice.
And part of that course was that you had to have, 40,000 words toward a novel done as your final project.
Okay.
So that was Magic's Genesis. Was that
very cool?
So, and it took me a couple years after
right.
finishing that to actually finish it up, But yeah, so okay, how about that? You can do it, Once you're done the first one, it's like, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, you already had that much. Yeah. That's cool, man. Now, when you first were thinking about publishing, did you consider like going traditional or anything like that, or did you just always think indie?
I didn't know anything then, but just the thought of trying to go the traditional route, oh yeah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
So I said, I'll just do it this way. And I think the idea more than anything else was I can at least have this one thing, and one day when I'm gone, grandkids or whatever can say, hey, this is, Grandpappy's book, whatever it is. And it's like, wow, he sucked.
I don't think that's what they'll say.
What was he smoking? So, yeah, but it just, after a while, after the first one, it's like,
yeah.
The first book was meant to be a book. Mm-hmm. And about halfway through writing it, just as a, piece of color for the world, I mentioned this sword, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm continuing on writing that book, and as I'm getting closer to the end of it, I just keep going back to that sword. And it's like, you know what? I can do a follow-on, and I can use that sword for this specific thing. So book 2 was kind of forming in my head as I was finishing up book 1. And
oh, wow.
I just didn't know enough to stop after 3. It's like, no, I'll just
So thinking of that sword, changed it from a one book to basically 11 books because it Rangers deck.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you could look at it like that. Yeah, just that one little, it was literally a line or two
That's wild.
in there just to add some like kind of background history kind of
Man.
to
How
something.
far? You said it's like halfway through the book?
Yeah, they talk about the sword of Wilmaman,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like if you picture a katana and then take another katana, you know how they kind of bow
Oh,
out
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
put them spine to spine, so you're going to have that little area in the middle like a willow
Oh,
leaf,
yeah. Yeah.
and one of them's a little shorter than the other, but
Oh,
they're on one handle.
that's pretty cool.
So that's the weapon.
Okay.
I need to
Well,
have
yeah,
somebody draw that
that
weapon.
would do it. That's awesome, man. Who would have thought? That's crazy. If you would have just made it one, so probably the whole thing you wrote in for your masters, it was still just going to be one book because you probably weren't even to that point yet, were you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Wow, that's wild. Very cool. So, at what point did you decide that you wanted to do something totally different with sigils? Like, was it while you were writing the last Rangers deck book, or was it even before that you started thinking I want to kind of get to a stopping point and then try something different?
Yeah, I was doing. I was writing the sprite, and I just knew that I couldn't just keep going right into the next book. There, a part of it was I really wanted to do this tarot deck thing, but I knew it wasn't going to happen quickly enough, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
there's so much art involved,
Yeah,
um, and there's so much money involved in getting the art.
and that's part of it too. Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, we'll kick that down the road. It's not like there's thousands of people clamoring at my door saying, "Where is it? Where is it?" So it's like I can take a break, and no one's really
Oh
going
yeah,
to know. But we'll get back to it. Unlike some people, I will finish it.
that's right. That's right. And here goes El clucking at you,
Yeah. Just
making sure you know if you want that sword to exist.
don't want facts to get in the way of a good story,
This is fantasy, El, with magic. We don't need to worry about that.
Well, to be fair, the sword was made before
What's that?
the sword was made before magic. So
Oh shoot! Oh well,
yeah,
see now you're gonna have to do what El said. uh, well, on here, Senna says she lives in a basement too. There you go. So she knows what you're going through. Oh man,
it's
did the
not fun.
vacuuming start yet? I haven't heard anything.
No, not yet. Yeah,
Oh,
usually
good,
it's
good.
about 8, 9 o'clock.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Well, before we dive into my questions about your writing process, I'm curious. You do a YouTube channel called Bald and Balding with Mike Mollman, another awesome indie author, and you guys are hilarious, fantastic. You interview all sorts of authors and content creators. But walk us through how did you and Mike meet, and then how did you decide to start a channel together?
I don't remember how we met.
Really?
We must have been sitting next to each other at a con or something, and we just started talking. And then I think we saw each other at another one down the road.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Virginia Beach or Norfolk, Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you get there like day one of a 3-day con or whatever, and you're there early and you're setting up, and it's like 2 or 3 hours before the
Yeah.
doors open generally. And so we're wandering around, taking a look at stuff, wondering who buys that. Um, and I said, we have a lot of free time here because you can't write at those things.
Mm-hmm.
When you first say that you're going to go to one, you think to yourself, "I'll bring my laptop and I'll write." I said, no, that's not happening.
Yeah.
I said we should use some of that free time. And during COVID, I did a podcast. I had about 12 episodes or so that I just did myself,
Mm-hmm.
and it was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But I said, this is a great opportunity because we have all these creators here. We can just, we'll get a little camera or our phone, right? We'll get a little
Yeah.
lavalier mic. We'll just sit down and talk to them, and we can edit it together, and there we go, right? And Mike's like, "Oh, I can't." It's like, "I'll edit it, man. Don't worry about that." And Mike had no social media at this time. And I was like,
Oh
"Oh,
yeah.
dude, you've got to do that." And now he's, Mr. Social Media.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, So we've totally kind of switched positions like that.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we decided to do it. We spent $35 a piece on the cheapest little lavalier mics we could find because we
Yeah.
didn't know where this was going. And I got some software to do the video editing, and so we did that for a while. We said, we just go interview 3 or 4 people a day or whatever it was,
Yeah.
and that's how we got going. And then one day it's like, let's try to do this live, right? Because editing is a pain in the ass.
It is.
You spend 30 minutes interviewing someone, then 3 hours freaking editing it. It's
Exactly.
just a time suck.
Yeah.
Um, so we did one live, and at the end of that show, we were talking. After the guest was gone,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, we are never editing a show again. And we're just never going back to that.
Right.
This is so much better because you have, and now that we have people like EL and Lucas and all those folks who tune in fairly regularly,
Yeah.
you kind of get that audience participation, which
Yeah.
I absolutely love. I wish that they could do it because most of our audience comes from Twitter.
Yeah.
I really wish that people on Twitter could comment somehow, and maybe there's a different, other than StreamYard, maybe there's something else
Yeah.
that would allow that to happen. I don't know.
I think Restream does, maybe. I know I looked into that too. So yeah, I think there are, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe they can't comment. Maybe they can only watch it. You might be right. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, it's enjoyable. You get to meet a lot more people in the community than you would
Mhm.
meet, especially Mike lives, down south of Richmond or whatever, and I live out in the freaking woods. And you just don't meet people that
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a nice way to do it and kind of start building that community. And if we can help other authors, get the word out, because we both
Yeah.
know that is the biggest
It is.
limiting factor in all of this
Right.
is just letting
Getting
people
out
know who you are. Yeah.
Yep, yep, I agree. And I think, like you said, if we can help them, like a lot of times, if someone does a show like you doing it now on as the author, like people that see your book and they look it up, and then this pops up, and then they watch a little, and they're like, "Oh, he's pretty funny. I think I will check out his book." Like that kind of stuff happens, putting
Yeah.
yourself out there, and people see the person, and it makes them want to read the book more. So I agree with you. I think it's a great thing to do. So
Quite
you
a few times we've had folks in our comment section, put a message into the guest saying, "I just bought your book.
Yep.
Can't wait to read it," or whatever.
Yeah.
The only thing, and I will say this, and maybe this is a silly thing for me to say, but I have my filter's bad. It seems a lot of times like we're kind of in a bit of an echo chamber, right?
Hmm.
We're all kind of talking to ourselves, um, and we have a lot of other authors,
Hmm.
but not a lot of just readers.
Right.
And that's how do you get those people to come to your show? And that's what we kind of were thinking when we started was, we'll give people, readers, an opportunity to get to know the authors.
Yep.
Um, but we're not there yet.
I know. It's tough.
Hopefully we will.
Yeah. And I think there's more, like Restream's one, and maybe StreamYard does, but there's ways to get to send it to, like, you can send it to X. X is pretty easy. They don't have too much of a wall for you to get into, but Instagram and TikTok, I've tried to do it where it streams there too. Because that's what they say, that the authors are on X and the readers are on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
But they have such a high threshold. You got to have, like, to be able to do that, you have to have a lot of followers or whatever. And it's like, that's silly. I mean, maybe we'll get there, maybe we won't, but they don't make it as easy. So that's kind of a bummer.
Yeah, we opened, we registered for a Twitch channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Twitch is a good one to do. Yeah.
So StreamYard, we can play it on YouTube,
Yep.
Twitter, and
Yep.
Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch. Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
nobody. We just said, you know what? We'll put it out there, and if anybody joins in from it, if they find it by accident, great.
Yeah.
But Mike doesn't always put it up because every time that we comment on the chat, it shows up twice, once from us and once from Twitter.
Oh yeah.
So,
I know, all those little things, and I think that it's $1,000 you can go live on Instagram, but to stream to Instagram from somewhere else, I think it's even more than that.
So
That's
you
what.
could go live on Instagram.
Yeah, you could go live, but it would have to be
You
like
could go live.
just on, just on Instagram though. Like, which is fine, but like I don't know, because you try have to use your phone. I mean, I don't know if you could use your computer. I don't know. There's a lot we both have to figure out. But
Yeah.
I thought about Twitch too. I opened a Twitch. Oh, you see, we don't even know what we're talking about. Open a Twitch, apply for Twitch.
Yeah.
We don't
I,
know what we're talking about. But
I've
I
heard
haven't
of
done
Twitch,
anything with it yet.
and when we opened the account, I kind of just poked around in there a little bit just to see what people were doing, and I was dumbfounded by how many people watch certain things.
Hmm.
But again, there are people in this community who do the same thing, who have like writing nights or whatever,
Oh yeah,
where
yeah.
they will go live and they'll be writing, and
Love it
it's
to write.
like,
Yeah,
um, I
yeah.
never watched it long enough to find out. I'm assuming that they take a break every now and then and
They do.
talk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
they'll do that with reading sprints, writing sprints, and they'll like. I haven't really ever watched one either, but I've looked into them because they'll do like they'll set a timer either on the screen or with their phone, and it'll be like 15 minutes, and then they talk for a while, and then they do it again for another 15.
All right.
So I mean, it is just like video game playing on Twitch and people watching it. So yeah,
So that line from the Breakfast Club really applies here. Demented and sad, but social.
yeah, yeah. That's par for the course. You got it. Oh man. All right. Well, okay. Let's talk about your writing process because it's already been 50 minutes. This is flying by, man.
Wow.
Um,
About
I
that.
know it's going so quick. All right. So my first question I always like to ask is there's a spectrum for authors. You got Pantser on one end that just sits down, writes, plans nothing, just goes. Then you have a plotter on the other side, plots everything out, outlines, and sticks to that, does not stray from it. And then you have everywhere in between. So where do you feel you fall? Is it in the middle? Do you lean one way or the other?
I am
What do you
way
think?
over on the left of that scale.
You're Pantser?
So remember when I said I wrote like 11 little index cards
Yeah.
for each of the books of that's as
That's the
close as
most
I have
plotting
come
you've done.
to putting anything on paper before writing.
Yeah.
No, usually I know where I'm going to start and I know where I want it to end, and I will
Yeah.
just write until I get there.
Oh man. That's
That's
awesome. Has it been like that with every book, every series? Have you done
every,
anything different with any of
everyone.
them?
No,
That's just your style.
with Sigil, I did tear out not only the first bit, but I also probably tore out another 15,000 words on
Oh
top of
wow.
that and said, "Yeah, this doesn't work," and kind of
Okay.
started that bit over again. But
Dang.
yeah, I'll have notes to myself, right? I'll like
Yeah,
take
yeah.
a walk and take out my phone, and
Right.
it's like, okay,
Think of something.
I've
Hmm.
got a bunch of audio messages on here from different things.
Yeah.
The problem is I keep forgetting to go back and look at them,
Yeah.
right? But what I'll generally do is if I have notes like that I've had when I open the document to start writing, I will put all those notes at the bottom, and then I'll just start writing, and then I'll
That's
kind
a
of
good
go
way to
back
do
and
it.
review it every day and say,
Yeah.
okay, I can use this here, right, and take that
Yeah.
piece and put it wherever. Yeah,
I like
but
that. Okay.
no, there's no real planning involved. I see that big chart that J.K. Rowling did for
Oh
Harry
yeah.
Potter. I'm just like, that
I
would
know.
be cool to be able to do that and actually
Yeah.
know where the hell you're going.
Oh yeah.
But
I
I don't
know.
know. I just can't think of a story like that.
Yeah. I'm more of a pantser too. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, she had it like so down to probably down to details she would never use, but like it helped her
Right.
write the story because it made everything like she had like their classes and their grades and their assignments and like everything like that plotted out. It was crazy. So yeah.
And the people that dictate their books, I couldn't do that either.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know how. I just, you know,
Hey, you got it. That's why I love these questions. You do what works for you. Everybody's different. You know.
I would like
That's,
to. I honestly, I would like to be able to plot something out
yeah.
like that. And if I do a cozy mystery, I will certainly give it a a good effort
Yeah.
because I think
Mystery, you might have to a little bit.
right. Yeah.
Even just minimal, just to make sure you don't like forget anything with the mystery, how you want it to unravel.
Yeah, I think I'll take like little pieces of colored yarn and pictures on a cork board,
Yeah, make it
and I
fun,
think,
just like a real
well, I
real
mean,
solving a real crime.
that's going to be my limp fact really is trying to figure out, okay, what's the red herring and who's
Hmm.
who's it going to be?
Yeah,
Because with a mystery, you really have to know that at least
yeah,
who the
yeah,
person is who done it. You can't just. I mean, I guess
yeah.
if you
I guess
could
you
just
could
make
plan.
something
You
go
could you could pants it. I mean, you could just
that would.
have all these characters, have it happen, and then slowly be like, "That's too obvious." I don't know.
Right,
I
yeah,
guess you could.
it is.
It'd
Yeah,
be
you
interesting.
could, but I think that would be difficult to weave all those threads
It would.
together.
It probably
Just
wouldn't come out how you want it to.
yeah. So
Interesting.
we'll do
Well, that's
that.
cool, man. I like it. Now, have you in all your books that you've written, since you're like all the way to the Panther side, have you had? You talked about taking a big chunk out of a book. Have you had characters once you wrote them and you got to know them? Have you changed your mind on what you thought was going to happen, or had somebody live longer
Yeah,
than you
yeah.
planned, or anything like that?
There was a character in one of the first books of the first series who I named after a friend of mine I had growing up. And he was just in there. He was an excuse to get someone from one place to another, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh
And he freaking died. I did not mean to kill him,
huh.
right? But I'm typing away and typing away. It's like shit.
I just killed
And
him.
I kind of went back and read it. It's like, oh, that makes sense actually. All right, yeah,
See, you
dumbass.
didn't even plan it at all. You're just
No,
writing it. It just
so
happened.
I had to call him up and say, dude, I'm sorry, but you didn't make it through this book. Yeah.
Was
And
that in
in
the first book?
Sigil,
Did he make it more than one book?
no, it was no, he did actually. He was
Okay.
mentioned in one book, just
Okay.
mentioned,
Yeah, yeah.
and then I gave him a part in another
He
one, and
finally gets
that's
a part.
yeah, and he was a plot casualty.
Yeah.
In Sigil, the uh, Sinjin, the teacher character,
Mm-hmm.
when I started writing that, he wasn't gonna he wasn't going to make it past the first few chapters. I
Oh
had
wow.
totally expected him to die. And then as I kind of go going with him, it's like I kind of like this guy.
Yeah.
you know, he could be useful for this. So I just left him in there. I'm really glad I did because I quite like his character. So
That's awesome. See, and I feel like that's the beauty of at least at the very least being in the middle or towards the Panzer side. If you're too far towards the plotting, a lot of times that if that character was supposed to die or not make it, they would have died or not made it. They don't get that chance to come to life and change things. But Senna's got to go. See you, Senna. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate you.
bye.
We love you too. Uh, all right, next question. Now, since these are fantasy books, there are battle scenes and action scenes, and I'm always interested to know how that goes because those aren't easy to write. So,
No, I
how
hate
did
writing them.
you how did you prepare for those? Have you done like research on real battles? Do you read books with battles in them and kind of take cues and things from those? How do you write your battles?
Quickly.
You just do
Um,
it.
yeah, they don't take long.
Hmm.
Just because I've never been punched, right? I should have been many many times, but I got it. Even watching movies, you see these dudes just get pounded in the
Oh
face,
yeah,
right? It's like
yep.
I'm sorry, he's going to lose teeth. He probably
Oh
broke a
yeah.
jaw.
He's not just gonna look good and keep fighting. Yeah.
Right, he's not going to bounce back up. Um, so if you're getting hit with an arrow or something,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
They're not practice arrows; they got barbs in them. So the
Yeah.
only way to get it out is to push it through, right? You're
Yeah.
not pulling it out,
No. Yeah.
and so I don't think most fights would take very long.
Hmm.
And when you add magic into the mix, probably even less time.
Right.
So yeah, I just I try to um, rather than bullying my way through a fight scene, I try to. I've always played a ranger in D&D
Oh yeah. Uh huh.
because I would rather sit back and just take out a bow and shoot things from 50 yards away
Right. Yeah.
than
Yeah.
be bludgeoned, right?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
kind of take that approach.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I mean, you can't get away from it. It's a sword and sorcery thing. A fool's going to die. Um, but there are other ways to do it. And I think generally it doesn't come down to a big fight.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite chapters of book one, I think it's chapter 28. The bad guy gets a bunch of people together, like almost in like an amphitheater kind of thing. And this is where he's consolidating his power in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And um, he uses some light magic to kind of hold people, and then he does away with them in very simple ways, right? But
I like it.
hopefully it's written in such a way that it still feels kind of mean and nasty
Yeah.
without being graphic about it, because that
Mhm.
I just that's graphic being graphic for the sake of it.
Not your thing.
Now I hesitate whether to tell this or not. Um,
Oh no! Don't get yourself in trouble.
yeah. So I was in Saudi Arabia in the
Uh-huh.
90s, and you know what they do with people over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard that it's open to the public.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
Okay. And you are like 10 feet away from it, maybe
yeah.
15. Um,
Way too close.
and and it doesn't take much to do it. It
Mm.
doesn't take any kind of, you know, swinging hard. It basically
Yeah.
takes dropping.
Uh,
Um, and it's over, and it's largely silent, you know?
mhm.
So I think that probably has a little bit of influence on it too,
Yeah,
you
that'll
know?
stick there, man, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, you've seen enough of the real life stuff. You don't need to see it in your books too.
Well, I mean, this was obviously a not, not like combat or anything. I
Yeah.
fortunately never had to deal with that.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I mean, there were swords involved.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there you
No, I'm glad you shared that with us, man. I get that, man. Nothing wrong with that. Well, I'm excited to read your battle scenes because I kind of like that you keep it real and keep them short. Because I agree, sometimes you read or watch a movie and you see these people just get, like you said, destroyed, and th're still just taking people out, and they got 17 arrows sticking out of them. They got an
go.
arm chopped off. Got a broken leg, but somehow they're still kicking everybody's butt. So yeah, I like that. I like that you keep it real. Um,
David Eddings, I think, used to write really long battle scenes,
mhm.
and I love David Eddings. But yeah, I would just like, okay, you start reading a few paragraphs, and the first couple books it's fine, and then after that it's like, okay, I'm just gonna skip a page. It's like, oh, we're done. Okay, you know, it's,
Oh man. Let's see. And J.R. Carroll's here. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. Damage does have to mean something. I agree. And let's see. I have not read Sigil yet, but I'm gonna start there because since it's not connected, I'll just
right.
read your newest thing first. Because if I read the other stuff, I'm gonna want to read all of it.
And
Now,
then
Ranger's Deck. Do you recommend, like, is it gonna spoil the first series if you read that before you read the other six before it? I know these are the hard questions, bro.
okay, because I know how it's going to end, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
know the end of book five.
Hmm.
And if you have read the previous series, it will make more sense.
Okay.
It will be explained again a little bit in this
Yeah.
one, right? Because
It probably hits different too, right? Because you know all that stuff. You were
right,
there.
yeah, yeah. In this one, what's going to happen at the end is going to kind of come out of the blue, and obviously, I'm going to have to do a little backstory explanation on it. But you're going to go, oh, right, okay, whatever. But if you've read the other ones, when you read that, you'll go, oh, right, okay, I remember
Okay.
that from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good to know. Then I'll start with Sigil, and then I'll go all the way back to the beginning because
You know,
I like to read things chronologically.
that's another reason for why doing a separate book is because when you start going to shows and you have a six
Oh
book
yeah,
series, if people have
people
never
are
read
like,
anything by you, it's like, oh, 6 books, that's But if you have something, it's like it's a one shot. You
oh
can
yeah, yeah,
jump in, and come back
yeah,
if you like it, and
yeah. Well,
so
and it's nice that you have novellas too. Those are a great way to do that too.
yeah, I've got to get those printed.
Yeah.
I've only ever had those on Book Funnel, where if
Okay.
you signed up for my mailing list, you could download them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I
But
was wondering if you had them on ebook online or if they're just because I couldn't find them when I was putting all your links in.
no,
Okay.
I'd have to look up how to find them on Book Funnel myself now, actually. But yeah, I'm going to get a back cover made for those and
Nice.
get those printed, I think.
Very cool. A lot of exciting stuff going on for you, man. That's awesome. Uh, oh, EL just saying he told everyone to heckle you.
That's fine. Dude, I'm the youngest of seven. You think I haven't been heckled before? Come on.
You grew up being heckled, right?
I mean, I've got 5 older brothers, dude. It's,
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I'm surprised you never got punched then.
well, I mean,
You
punched
had
by
some
them.
good brothers.
I have gotten punched by them, but that's
You
about
got a
all
lot
right.
of loogies and stuff, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Picked up by your underwear kind of thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. I had an older brother. I think the one of the worst times ever was he used to do the thing where, although eventually when we got older, I was bigger than him, so he didn't do it anymore. But when we were younger, he would pin my arms down with his knees, and then he would get like a big loogie and
Oh, yeah, that's
slowly
gross.
fall. And one time I got my one arm loose and I hit him in the stomach, but then he like vomited in my face.
Oh, geez.
That did not work out well for me. I should have just took the loogie.
That's
Oh
gross.
man. All
Wow.
right, back to the questions. All right, so when you're working on a book, because since you're indie, you don't have to. You have an idea of when you want something to come out, but you don't have somebody cracking the whip on you, But still, you want to get things done at a certain time. Are you somebody that sets word count goals or daily goals, weekly goals, anything like that, or are you just like I'm just going to write when I have time and I'm not going to put stress on myself?
First few years, I was like that, and then I kind of went, yeah, if this was making a house payment
Right,
or
it'd be different. Yeah,
a lunch payment, it would be different, but it's not, and yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. So when I say summer for the next book, you kind of sit there and go, okay, I know that like in the town I live in, we have a big outdoor street festival every year. Um, that every year I've done it, I will make about the same amount every year, and it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's all right.
yeah,
You can almost bank on it.
yeah.
So I like to have something new for that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so
That's a good way to do it. Make sure you have
yeah,
something done for that. I like that. But then yeah, it's keeping it so that well, I've assumed you probably did in the beginning because you said you were doing 2 books a year, so you
yeah,
had to have been keeping
yeah,
yourself on pace somehow with everything else in your life, I'm sure.
yeah.
All right, now when you do write, are you a creature of habit? Do you like to write morning versus night, a certain, your desk or outside or go somewhere or only on your laptop, only on your PC? Do you anything like that?
Um, Definitely not morning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because I get up and go to work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's usually when I have time at night and I've
Mm-hmm.
kind of got nothing much going on. Winter's
Yeah.
usually really good for it too because it's
Oh
dark
yeah.
outside and there's just
Yeah.
nothing happening. And um, so I'll sit down and usually I'll get about a chapter out at a time. And a chapter for me is 1,500 to 2,500 words. So very rarely have I ever stopped in the middle of a chapter. So I'll just do
Mm-hmm.
a chapter and go, yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll come back to it whenever.
That's a
Um,
good way to do it.
it's not. It's a horrible way to do it.
Well, not stopping in the middle of the chapter. That part's good. Maybe
um,
maybe do more than one chapter would be good, but still,
well, doing
yeah,
it more
any
often.
progress is good progress, right?
That's true. I stopped beating myself up over not doing it
Yeah.
regularly, but I know I should. It does help to kind of keep you in a kind of rhythm with it, and that's again the first and the first few books. Actually, that first book series was longer than anything I've written since.
Yeah.
I think the first book was like 120,000 words, and all the rest were like in the 95 range.
Oh wow. Yeah.
The Rangers decks are all purposefully in the about 65 range.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I did seem like they were chunkier. That your first books.
And Sigil, despite being thicker than all of them,
Yeah.
is probably just like a cheeseburger shy of 100,000.
Oh wow.
So,
Okay.
but yeah,
Nice. Well, whatever you're doing, it's working, man. I mean, you got all these books out and more to come, so that's good. What in the
it
world?
never when you first start, I guess it's one of those. Well, how will I ever find another idea? The ideas do not stop. The
Right.
ideas
Yeah.
are not the hard part.
Oh yeah. I'm sure you got just all sorts of notes and pages of ideas. Yep.
Yeah, I've got a couple
It's,
different projects, with notes attached to them. Probably like
oh yeah.
three, actually.
And then it's deciding which one should you go with, right? Because you have more ideas than you'll ever be able to write. And you got to decide which ones are worth putting out there and which ones are gonna just sit in this page forever. I know it's crazy. Uh, let's see. Emerald Dragon Lady said, "Try to make it to Tucson Festival of Books. That'd be a haul for you, but that
Oh
would
my
be cool."
God. Last time I was in Tucson was 88, 89 for a Grateful Dead concert. It's been a
There
long
you go.
time since I've been to Tucson.
Oh man, Grateful Dead concert. That
Yeah.
must have been
It was interesting.
fun. I bet. I bet.
I couldn't do anything, I couldn't get into the whole vibe because I was in the service, but I watched people get into the vibe and that was fun.
Yeah.
Just kind of people watching.
Oh yeah, for sure. People watching is always fun.
Oh yeah, especially when they're no, not Red Rocks.
Not red. That I've always wanted to check out that. Have you ever been to a concert there? I haven't.
No, isn't that in Colorado?
I think so.
Yeah, this was an outdoor thing. It was like multi-leveled grass
Oh wow, that's
kind of
still
hang
cool.
out. And yeah, it was really neat.
Thanks for being here, John. By the way, but yeah, Red Rocks. That I've never been, but I've heard it's cool. I don't. I've only been to like 3 concerts, so it's not like I'm gonna go
Oh, really?
across the country. Probably. Yeah, I know. I just haven't been to many. It's just I love music, but I just never. My parents never went to concerts, and then my wife never really wanted to go to any. Like, so I just never got into going to them. I always went with like a friend or something that had an extra ticket. That's the only ones I've gone to.
What do you
So I got
listen
it.
to?
I listened to a little bit of everything.
No,
Maybe that's why.
no.
I got to listen to just one genre so that I go to those concerts.
Yeah, there you go.
I like too many things.
I
All right.
want to know when the Tucson Festival of Books is.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean,
I
that
guess I can look
sounds
it up, but
any festival of books sounds like fun. So yeah,
it
let us
does
know
actually. Yeah,
when it is.
I kind of like to get into going to some of they got some big Renaissance fairs as well, right? But
Oh yeah,
to really get into that, I mean, you got to
I
get
know.
like, the right tent and everything, and then
I
like in
know. I know. That would be a whole everything. She said it's in March. There you go.
March. Okay.
You just added on pen making to your plate. Don't be adding on Renaissance festival and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I can't do that right now.
But maybe once you retire, then that can be another thing you add on.
So I'm going to a Renaissance festival, dear. See you.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see you in a few days. Let's see. I asked about. Okay, so my other question is: when you're writing, do you what do you do to set the ambience, or do you just like it quiet, or do you like music,
It's
certain music, quiet, always quiet?
Yeah,
Okay. Can you not? Is it too distracting if you have music or noise?
probably. To be honest, I've never really tried it,
Okay.
but yeah, even at work, if I'm writing something where I'm really kind of studying it,
Mm-hmm.
I just get distracted by other people's voices. So
Oh yeah.
I've got an office down in the basement. Um,
You've got
yeah,
an office in the basement at your work,
no,
right?
at home.
Oh
I've
man,
got
you're
my
just
attic.
always in the basement, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
hey, it works.
we've got one of those open plan houses.
Yeah.
So anything if the TV is on in the living room, you can hear it throughout
Oh
all of
yeah.
the upstairs and everything. So
Hmm.
the basement's really kind of the best
Oh
place.
yeah.
And when
Only
we
way to get
finished
away
it,
from it.
we insulated the floors and all that. So
Oh, nice.
yeah.
So that's good. Oh wow, it's even a free event. The Festival of Books.
I bet you the tables aren't free.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
I do not have a red stapler J4.
Oh, that's pretty good. my stapler. I haven't watched that movie in a long time. Oh man. All right. So those were those questions. Okay, I got. Normally, I have a few questions at the end just for fun for us to get to know you outside of writing.
Okay.
But it's already been an hour and 15 minutes. I want to respect your time. Do you have a few more
We're
minutes?
good. Yeah,
All right.
I've got nobody waiting for me, so I'm good.
Okay. And the vacuum still hasn't started yet.
Yeah, again, between 8
I
and
just
9.
jinxed it. I'm knocking on wood just in case. All right. All right. First question. We'll start with an easy one. What's your favorite color?
Blue. No, green.
Blue.
No.
Oh yeah, blue. Which is it, blue or green?
Well, I'm just thinking of the Monty Python bit.
Yeah, I know.
It's blue.
It's blue. Okay. Has it always been blue? Is there a reason, or you just like blue?
Just like blue.
That's mine too. Hey, that rhymed. All right. Favorite food. When you get to decide what everybody's gonna eat, or when you're on your own and you get to go eat something, what are you going for? What's your favorite?
If you're saying what is the food you want, like your last meal kind of thing,
Yes.
this is a horribly politically incorrect answer. But giraffe is the best thing I have ever put in my mouth.
What? You've had giraffe before?
It's so good. So good.
Really?
Yeah.
Where did you eat that at?
South Africa.
Wow. Is that normal? Like they have it at restaurants and stuff?
They had this restaurant where they had this board. It's like, here's all the meat. It's the restaurant was called Carnivores. It's like, here's all the meat that we have. You know, for this much money, you can pick like 4 of them. So I had like kudu and wildebeest and giraffe and crocodile. And the giraffe was just so good.
Wow.
They just come up with big bunches of meat and just slice it onto your plate.
Oh man.
And yeah, it's fantastic.
Interesting.
Vegetables need not apply.
So you'd go with the giraffe. All right.
I would, yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, that's last meal. It's, you know, if it's just like regular kind of
yeah.
And I've never had a chocolate chip cookie I didn't like, or an ice cream sundae.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with those.
Right. So I'm not a big foodie kind of person. I have a very limited palate.
Okay.
You see these cooking shows. It's like you have to taste this stuff. It's like, oh, I would be so ass at that. I would just be horrible at that.
Oh, I'll just taste the same. Oh man. All right. That's fair. I mean, you gave us giraffe. I don't think anyone will ever say that answer again. So I think that's good.
Too smart to say it, even if they thought it.
ZK and AK, I will ask this question in a few minutes. After I ask a few more, we'll end on books and reading. So there we go. We'll come back to that. All right. Next one. We know that you're a writer and that your writing is awesome. You're making pens, but what's a hobby or a talent that you have that we don't know about? I know, putting you on the spot. Doesn't have to be talent. Everyone always thinks talent could be a hobby, like collecting things, going to do like some kind of active thing that not everybody does, or something that everybody does.
I love me some Legos, but
there you go.
The wife is like for Legos, buddy. But Black Friday is this week, so there will be a new purchase coming.
All right. What's the biggest Lego set that you put together?
Rivendell.
Ooh, that one's huge.
Yeah, it's nice.
How many pieces is that?
Oh, it's like 4 or 5,000, something like that.
Oh,
it's like one of the top 10 largest Lego sets there is.
Now,
but a lot of it are those little 1x1 freaking tiles for the roofs. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's super annoying to put that
together. Oh yeah. I bet, man. I hate that on small things, let alone something that big. Yeah. What did you keep it on display somewhere, or did you put it back in the box?
I've had it on display at home since I got it a couple of years ago, but I'm in the process of taking it apart right now. Leave it up there for a couple of years, take it apart, throw it in the closet for a couple of years, take it back out, build it again.
So do you know which one you want to get this year for Black Friday, or you just?
It's the first time Lego's ever had Star Trek.
Oh,
so they have the Enterprise D.
Oh,
is
gotta get that.
and that's a pretty big set too. It's like 3,000 or 4,000 pieces as well.
Is it the inside of it, or is that just the ship on the outside?
It's the ship. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it like a Lego thing of the inside of it, or is it just
No,
of the
it's the
okay?
outside. Yeah.
That's sweet though. Yeah, they
Yeah.
never have Star Trek stuff.
No, I think they just got the license for it. So
Oh
hopefully
wow, that's gonna start coming out a lot. That's cool, man. Well, make sure you show us your progress on Bald and Balding.
maybe I'll take a video of it.
Yeah, and throw some shorts out there. There you go. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. What was your first job you had that you got a paycheck for way back when you were a youngin'?
Like an actual paycheck or something where somebody handed me some money.
If it wasn't your parents, it counts. Unless you
No,
worked at
so,
their like business or something.
as a teenager, as a young dude, like I think maybe as young as 11 or 12,
Okay.
we had this old guy that lived about a half mile, almost a mile away, and he had this like 2-acre farm, and he was just
Okay.
this old. It's so funny. This old man, he always wore overalls, you know. He had
Oh
a
yeah.
beard,
Just what I
John
was
Deere
picturing
hat.
when you said that.
Yep. And no joke. And he drove everywhere in his tractor. Like when he had to go to the
Oh
store or
wow.
something.
He
He had
drive
one of
his tractor.
those old John Deeres with the 2 tires right up front next to each
Oh yeah.
other,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he would just put, 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 put. And so he would hire kids to weed this 2-acre garden of his,
Yeah.
and you get like a quarter an hour or something,
Oh yeah.
and just be sitting out there. And he wanted water. He had this like stagnant pond
Oh
with an
gosh.
old with a plastic butter dish, and you'd kind of scrape away the whatever
Bro.
was on top of the pond to get to the water. And
Oh
yeah, that was one of the first paying jobs I had, and I worked at a farm for a couple of years, hay
wow.
bales and washing
Okay.
cows' udders and things like that.
Did you say washing cow udders?
Yeah, you got to clean them before you put the milking machines on them.
But the water was okay to drink from the stagnant pond.
Yeah, didn't kill me.
You're still here. Oh man, that's pretty cool though. That was that you. I'm sure you learned a lot from that time. All that hard work and labor you did.
Yeah, I learned I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. Time to get an education.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, what was your first car? What was your first ride?
Oh, I kind of don't want to say because this is one of those questions that they always ask you for, for security questions.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, what was your second car?
My second car was a 1970 something Volkswagen Scirocco with a moon floor.
Whoa, hold on a second. Let me look this up.
It's like a
1970s.
72 Scirocco.
Okay. How do you spell that? I've never even
It's,
heard of that.
it's a Volkswagen, Scirroco.
Oh, I got it now. It's showing up. All right.
Yeah,
What color was it?
rust. No, literally, there was a hole in the passenger side floor.
Oh my
I
gosh,
had to
man.
have a friend of mine's dad was a mechanic, so he riveted some metal onto the floor, so we're like the Flintstones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a piece of shit.
All right, let me see it.
Dollar car with a $300 stereo system.
These, of course, look super nice, but we'll see if it takes you back. Let's see. Let me see if I can find one that's from the side. Oh, here's a cool green one.
That's
Like
it.
that.
Yeah, but mine was red.
Oh, red. All
Yeah,
right, I think I got a red one right
red,
above
kind of
it.
like a burnt red. Yeah.
Here's a red one.
Yep, there it is. I can smell that car right now, seeing that picture. No, I mean they just had a particular kind of smell. I don't know if it was like from the oil leaking or whatever, but
Oh
um,
man.
you know, yeah.
Well, yeah, probably whatever was spraying up through that hole as you were driving around.
A buddy of mine had a Subaru in high school. It was so funny because we all had stick shifts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his clutch was out. So when, for a while he was trying to save up the money to get his clutch fixed, he would only be able to drive with somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
that guy was like in the wheel well down underneath the dash, and he had some vice grips on the clutch wire. So when my friend would say shift, he would pull on this wire or whatever it was to engage the clutch.
Yeah.
so my friend could shift it, you know. But yeah, you couldn't even you couldn't even see him when they were driving because he was down there. But
Oh my gosh.
they
That's
did that
crazy.
for God. He must have done that for 2 or 3 weeks.
Really? Oh
Yeah,
gosh, that would get old so quick.
yeah, I bet it would.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Okay, so I got some rapid fire questions for you. I
Okay,
got three, and then we'll talk about books. We'll get back to that. So first one. Now I think I know the answer probably because of the Lego sets, but maybe not. So Star Trek or Star Wars?
Trek.
Okay, okay. Oh well, here's a extra question to that. What's the best Star Trek show?
Deep Space Nine after season 3.
Okay, nice. I say Deep Space Nine or Voyager. Always the
Not
are
Voyager.
always the one.
Voyager.
Not Voyager. Next generation or generation. What am I
Next
talking
generation.
about? Next
Next
generation.
generation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
SNG. That's not Voyager. All right. Next question: DC or Marvel?
Oh, Marvel.
Who's your
Yeah.
favorite Marvel character?
You, I don't really have one, but I've always liked Alpha Flight, which is
Oh yeah, not a lot
it's
of people talk about Alpha. I
kind
liked
of a
Alpha
deep
Flight.
cut. Yeah. Well, also I grew up 9 miles from the Canadian border,
Yeah,
so
that made you like him a little more.
I tend to drift to Canada.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They were pretty cool. I think they're underhyped for sure.
yeah.
All right, last one. Who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
I don't even know who they are. I mean, I know the Ninja
What?
Turtles, but if you I couldn't tell you which one was which. I never watched it. It just
You
never.
never watched even the movies or anything or the comics? Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Bro,
Sorry. Yeah,
it's all right. I still like you.
yeah. Ninja
All
Turtles
right,
were not my thing.
all right. Let's go back to books. I guess first question before I ask you ZK's question is with everything you have going on with your job, with writing, with the channel, and everything else. Do you still find time to read consistently?
Yeah.
And if you do you have to like make a effort to do it?
I I abashedly say I don't read anywhere near as much as I should. Now, driving home on the weekends or whatever,
Hmm.
I've got like a 4 hour drive or 8.5 hours when I came back this weekend because I had left my work computer at home, but I had driven like 2.5 hours before I realized I left my work computer at home, so I had to turn around.
Yeah.
Um, that was a good time. But I'll listen to books. But usually right now. I'm listening to book 6 of her Royal Spyness series.
Oh,
Um, and I forget the woman's name
is
who
that
wrote it.
Naomi Novik?
No, no. Um,
I don't know
but
that one.
yeah,
Oh no, that's
it's
Majesty.
good. I like it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I've also read. I think I'm probably 2 or 3 books behind now, though. There's an Australian woman named C.J. Archer
Mm.
who the Cleopatra Fox mysteries are also quite good, and
Ooh,
I
nice.
listen to those too. But
Okay.
other than that, I've got a book that's been on my bedside table for a year now that I'm maybe 4 chapters into. Um, I go to bed and I'll play a game on my phone for 30 minutes and go to bed. So,
Oh yeah, it happens, man. Life's busy.
yeah.
All right, so he asked for some underrated sci-fi or fantasy. So what are some just at any point in your life that you've read that you feel like
Yeah.
deserve more praise that not enough people talk about?
The one I always throw out is Garth Nix,
Mm.
the uh, Keys to the Kingdom series.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it's like Mr. Monday, Something Tuesday, Drown Wednesday, Sir Thursday, right through to Sunday. Really inventive, very clever. I God, I desperately hope they make that into a movie and don't jack it up. Um, I heard
Glad
a
they
year
haven't.
or so ago that somebody had bought the rights to it,
Hmm.
and I really hope they do it.
Yeah.
But they're fairly, I would say they're fairly quick reads, I guess. Um, but they're just so good, and you kind of read it and go, "Damn, that is something that, given a stack of paper and 100 years in a room alone, I would never come up with and it's just
Oh yeah.
freaking brilliant.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, a long time ago, I remember the guy's name. I vaguely remember the books. I wish I knew what they were called, but Fred Saberhagen.
Mm-hmm. I've heard of him.
He,
Yeah.
yeah, he did a series of books that I really liked. Um, and then, of course, the stuff that the David Eddings and Tolkien,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff that everybody reads.
Yeah.
So, indie wise, actually, I did read the first. I thought the last book I read was going to be the last one, but I got to the end. I was waiting for it. It's like, okay, this is where it's going to happen, right? I'm listening to it actually in my car, and I said there must be another book in this series because that did not answer any of this shit that I thought was going to be answered here for the last hour.
Yeah.
It's Jacqueline. Oh my god,
Oh, is it the
we had her on the
Is it a
show.
is it a
Hmm?
mystery one?
No, it's a fantasy one.
Hmm.
Oh, no.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yeah, and it happens all the time. Jacqueline, what the hell's her last name?
Well, here you try to look up for a second. I'm gonna rattle off a couple. Uh, Sci-fi wise, I feel like nobody ever talks about these books, and they're so good. They're by
Hagen.
Dan Stout.
Jacqueline
Oh,
Hagen. I think
yeah, that's
Hagen
what I was
is
gonna
right.
say. Hagen. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yep, yep.
Okay.
Uh, Titan Shade by Dan Stout. I love the covers. This is Chris McGrath who does the Dresden Files covers, but
Okay.
so this is on this a planet called Titan. I can't remember if it's called Titan. I think it's called Titan Shade, but it's like the city is built into like this corpse of a god, like a alien god that died, a Titan. And you got this main character here. He's kind of like your lovable loser cop, and he gets put with this new young detective. These aliens that people don't like, and they're when they eat, they're like they have another little mouth that comes out, and it's like really gross. So every time they get food together, he's always describing how gross this other house. And it's just zany. Like it starts off where this frog alien got murdered, but like their blood, if you smell it, it smells really sweet, and it makes you want to eat them when you see them. It's really weird, but it's actually it's really funny. It's a good kind of mystery sci-fi, but
Wasn't there a Will Smith movie like that where he was the human cop with an
oh yeah,
alien?
with I think it's called Bright.
Yeah, yeah,
He
that's
built
it.
like a yeah. I feel like it was like was it an orc or something
Yeah,
I can't remember. Yeah,
the
I never
vacuum
watched it. But it
guy,
looked
by the way.
cool. It looked cool. So there you go. There's a few for you that we got out there. But there's a lot. There is a
Oh,
lot.
there's so much good
Oh
stuff out
yeah,
there. It's just
especially yeah. ZK, if you haven't gotten to indie yet, just check out the indie space. There's so many. Timothy Wolf, author in the chat. Check out his Mute novellas. Nice quick read. Those are
and
really fun.
I'm very lucky that I get to read Mike Mollman stuff
Check
and
out
some of
Mike's stuff.
EL's stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I read one of EL's books, the first third of it, I'm like, this really isn't for me. This isn't. And by the end of the book, it's like, oh,
You
but
love it.
more. It's like you kind of really get into the
Mhm.
characters a little bit, and then you care what happens to them, and it's like, why is this a novella? Damn it! It's like, give
I
me
know.
more.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. Yes, definitely. Check out E.L. Montague's books. Check out Mike Mollman's books. Check out Rose books. There's a lot of great books in the indie space to check out for sure. All right, so an hour and a half, man. We rocked it out. So
Woo-hoo.
we'll wrap it up here. But before we go, I'll give you the floor so that you can share, shout out, whatever you want to, man.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's really nice to be able to do this from the other side. Don't get to do it that often. I would like
Yeah.
to do it. So if you know anybody that needs somebody to come on and chat for a while, I'm happy to do that. Um, and go check out the book. I don't. I,
Yes.
I'm really
Love
bad
that
at doing
beautiful
this,
book.
but the you can find me on X at Robushy R O Bushy. I think it's the same at Instagram and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely is over at Linktree. So you can find all my links over on Linktree. I do have a TikTok that I haven't updated in a while. I was doing kind of like edit things, right? It's like when you're
Okay.
editing, here's
Yeah.
some, and I I stopped doing it for a while. That time where you didn't know what was going to happen to TikTok,
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
I said I'm going to hold off and wait, and I just
Yeah.
haven't gotten back to it yet.
Mhm.
But that's a fascinating place.
It is. It
There's
is.
but people kind of, yeah, Substack. Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're on Substack as well.
Substack is new for me, so that's another thing that I'm trying to do. So
There you go. All right, awesome. And all Rose links that I put are in the description down below. So make sure you check those out or any of the places that he mentioned as well. And ZK, I thought they'd read some indie. So oh yeah, Tinsley's great. I haven't checked out anything by Gemma Amore. I'll have to look that one up. Very cool. All right. Well, thanks again for hanging out, man. This was a
yeah,
blast.
thank you. I loved it. Good
Yeah,
time.
man. And anytime you have a new book come out, for sure, I'd love to have you on. But anytime you want to come on and just chat about anything, let me know. I'd love to have you back, man.
All right, I will think of something soon. And if
Uh,
I can just give one more kind of
oh
horrible,
yeah, go ahead, man.
Mike and I are back tomorrow with
Oh
the
yeah,
mayor of Orktown at 8
nice.
p.m. I don't know who the mayor of Orktown is.
That's John A. Douglas.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep, yep.
So
Uh,
8 p.m. over on Balding.
yes, there you go. Check it
Unless
out. It's
if
always
you're
fun
on
over
8 p.m. tomorrow, in which case, you do what you want to do.
there. Then watch the replay if you
Yeah.
got something going on. So check that out tomorrow, guys. Balding is linked down below also. So subscribe so that you know when they have interviews and stuff coming out. So everybody have a fantastic night. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. So that you can still watch Ro and Mike tomorrow night. And I'll be having on a guest that you guys have had on already. I believe Matt Falcon. I think you guys had him on already. Did you? Maybe not.
Mike remembers those things. I don't. We probably have.
Oh, don't make me laugh, bro.
We're well over 200 people now. I don't remember them all. I just
That's
don't
true.
remember
You
the
guys
name.
have interviewed a lot of people. So I'll have Matt Falcon on tomorrow at 2 p.m. Join me then and join Ro and Mike tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We'll see you guys then. And until we do, as I always
Thank you.
say, devour your TBRs, be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll